Okay, so some new scandalous information has just been revealed about an infamous Border Patrol goon who has been caught on camera violently arresting protesters, pointing his gun at American citizens, and racially profiling people for the crime of, wait for it, walking down the street. I know. This guy, he seems like an American hero, but turns out he's not what he seems. The agent we are talking about today is one Timothy Donahue, and if you are super keyed into the news, you may recognize this guy. He went viral recently for threatening to shoot protesters in Illinois, and he was one of Gregory Bovino's lead goons in Operation Midway Blitz as part of Donald Trump's immigration crackdown in the state. This guy is a real piece of work, and it turns out he is a huge racist, homophobe, and sexist, as many of his personal tweets have been leaked online. I know, a Border Patrol agent being racist? I never would have guessed. But if you want to see all of these insane tweets, learn a little bit of background on Mr. Donahue, and see some reactions from online, be sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear all about that. And do us a favor, leave a like on the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It would really mean a lot. All right, let's jump in. So, as mentioned, Donahue made the news recently for threatening to shoot protesters in Illinois, and wouldn't you believe it, he was caught in 4K doing it.
Put the gun away! We gonna shoot people? You piece of shit! Get the out of here! You're a piece of shit! Leave her alone! Let her go!
Yeah, that's our guy, all right. You're going to see that orange beard quite often. He is pointing a gun at American citizens, exercising their First Amendment right to protest and gather, and threatening to shoot them, while he is violently arresting a woman and forcing her into the back of an unmarked car. This is like straight mafia stuff. We have seen so many videos like this. These guys are just awful human beings with no sense of empathy or compassion for their fellow man or American citizen at all. Here's another example of Mr. Donahue pulling up on a random guy and asking if he is an American citizen. What did this guy do, you may ask? He committed the greatest crime of all: walking.
What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's up with you? What's up, man? What y'all on with me? I don't know what they on with me, bro. I got cameras. I got cameras.
Yeah, same guy, pulling up to a random person, just walking around. He pulls up like a Looney Tunes gag, and just a bunch of Border Patrol agents just come out of the car like a synchronized attack to get this random guy. And by the way, pulling up to a random guy, asking if you are a citizen, and then tackling him if he doesn't respond, that's a crime. Like, that is a violation of this man's rights as a human being and also an American. But okay, I think those examples are enough to establish that this guy sucks big time, right? This guy blows, no question about it. There is so much more I could show you, but it's a lot of the same stuff. You know, he violently arrested a reporter, he scoffs at people defending their rights as citizen, he's racially profiled people, and he's just generally been a huge menace to the community. We got that all. But that's been known about this guy, right? That's all been public knowledge. But recently, a deep dive has been done into his background, and through investigations and public records, a hate speech-ridden Twitter account has been linked back to Donahue personally. And some of the stuff he tweeted, yeah, it's pretty rough. Let's start with this one. His account, Timothy, a bunch of random numbers there, responded to a video of two men filming themselves beating up a gay man because he is gay, and then he says, based, underneath it. Yeah, he's just straight up endorsing a hate crime. Plain and simple. That is exactly what we are looking at here. This video is literally just a hate crime happening, and he's saying based. What's based about it, Tim? What is so cool about this video of two dudes assaulting a man just based on his sexuality? What is so based about it? I'm waiting. This guy is a federal agent. People's lives are in his hands. The fate of families and friendships and communities, they rest on his shoulders, and he has the opinions of a snotty, idiotic 14-year-old on 4chan. But if you can believe it, there is so much more. He responded to a Libs of TikTok post, so you know it's going to be insane right off the bat with that one. He responded to this post showing a drag queen talking to a kid with the caption, "What's your first thought when you see this?" And good old Timmy responds with, "Wood chipper." Okay, dude. Yeah, no, you're so cool. You're so cool and edgy and awesome. Yeah, Drag queens should all die violently. Yes, that is so sick, dude. Yeah, that's super cool and awesome. Yeah, that's a really cool opinion you have, and totally not from the fucking Stone Ages. Like, this guy should just go back 500 years because that's where he belongs. What the hell is wrong with him? And you're going to notice that this is systemic behavior amongst this guy. This isn't just an outlier 1 or 2 tweets. Another post he commented under is a video of a very damaged and burnt car after Rangers flipped the vehicle because it was apparently full of illegal immigrants. One commenter replied, "Are these flippings really necessary? Isn't there a better way to catch criminals?" And that's legitimately a fair question. I wouldn't even call these immigrants criminals. I think that's playing into the narrative of migrants being these scary people who are up to no good, but good old Timmy just had to give his opinion on this one, and he comments, "Yep, super necessary." It's super necessary to flip a car full of people, likely injuring or killing them? That's seen as super necessary to you. Okay. An ICE agent, a federal agent, thinks it's necessary to flip a car full of people to stop them. Yeah, okay. These guys should not be anywhere near a position of authority, and yet here we are. We saw with our very own eyes a guy who violently arrests protesters in Illinois. Here is him saying that America would be better off if women couldn't vote. He's married, by the way, according to publicly available documents. Wonder what the missus thinks about that, you cretin. He commented based again under a post showing a father cutting off his daughter for going to prom with a black man. Very cool, very of the times, I'm sure, Timmy. Very, very nice. Yeah, great job there. And to top it all off, he replied to Ian Miles Chong. The post asked for people to share unpopular opinions, and he responded with, "Some cultures are better than others." Jesus Christ, this guy really is the worst, isn't he? Like, just an absolute monster of a human being. No moral compass, no compassion, a completely racist, homophobic, sexist, transphobic, xenophobic, all the phobics. This guy just has all of the phobics on this guy, seriously. And he is allegedly here to protect and serve, yet I found out about this guy because he pointed a gun at American citizens and threatened to shoot them after violently arresting a woman at a protest. Just a real stand-up guy, don't you think? These Border Patrol agents are unaccountable thugs and losers. These dorks have never felt the touch of a woman in their entire life, so they go down these right-wing rabbit holes and they just become these absolute monsters, these ghouls, these grotesque freaks that get off on ruining people's lives. And I mean, when Donald Trump is your president and he's saying this kind of stuff about Somali people, it kind of makes sense.
And I say, why is it we only take people from hole countries, right? Why can't we have some people from Norway, Sweden, just a few? Let us have a few. From Denmark, do you mind sending us a few people? Send us some nice people, do you mind? But we always take people from Somalia, places that are a disaster, right? Filthy, dirty, disgusting, ridden with crime. The only thing they're good at is going after ships.
Donald Trump is appealing to these kind of people. He knows his audience well, and he is a chameleon, right? He changes and adapts his worldview at whatever is popular in the moment, and he always has an enemy. And the enemy, of course, can never be billionaires or millionaires. Those are the people that give him money, and he's one of them himself. So he has to find someone else. For a while, it was trans people and drag queens. Then it was Haitians eating cats and dogs. And then it was all immigrants. And now it's Somali people. And just the blatant and unabashed racism exuding out of Trump here, it's despicable. These ICE thugs are spurred on by the words of President Trump.
And then you can see ICE agents there in masks spraying what appears to be chemical irritants at a crowd and to disperse it. And then we were also told, and you kind of got a glimpse of it there, that they were spraying it from the cars as well. The campaign to crack down on immigration that we've seen through several cities and now in Minneapolis has been as targeted as it seems it has also been in other cities, in that, you know, they're showing up at restaurants asking to talk to people in the back staff. They're also out in the streets and turning their attention more to the protesters who are there.
Because these guys don't see a future where they are held accountable. They think that they have all this leverage to abuse Americans however they see fit because they have the protection of the federal government. And the really shitty thing is, they kind of do right now. These guys do have a lot of protections, but that is why we as a community, we as a collective on the left flank of this nation need to show up and show out. Keep protesting, keep fighting, keep voting, right? The Republican Party is 10, 15, 20 points underwater. They are losing districts. Trump carried by double-digit margins in 2024 in special elections this year. They are unpopular. Look to Miami, look to Virginia, look to New York. The left has momentum right now, and it needs to be carried through to the midterms. These guys have spent the last year really pushing the limits of our system, of our country, of our democracy, and now they are feeling the negative effects of that. The tides will shift, things will change, and these guys need to be held accountable. And the man who has spurred them on, Donald Trump, needs to be seen for what he is, a pathetic, angry old man who only cares about the gold trim around his toilet seat and the billionaires and millionaires who make it happen. Right? That is all he cares about. However, the rest of us need to deal with his disgusting thugs and goons every single day. But things will change. These guys are unpopular. And on that note, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video or want to see more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Comment what you think about this insane ICE agent. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot and is the best way to show your support. So appreciate it. Thanks again, and have a nice day.